shake hands.
You're not. How are you?
I'm okay.
Had taken over a country of over 1 billion people armed with nuclear weapons.
Clearly, our health facilities, in case we get swamped by it, our health facilities will not be able to cope. And it's not just Pakistan. I would imagine the same in India, in the subcontinent, in African countries. You know, if it spreads, we will all have problems with our health facilities, which we just don't have that much capability. We just don't have the resources.
The world community intercedes. You watch, this is not going to end here. In Delhi was...
Because of the effects of the economic slowdown, they are likely, we are going to, you know, my worry is poverty and hunger. That worries me much more right now. For that, I think, you know, the world community has to think of some sort of a debt write-off for countries like us, which are very vulnerable. At least that will help us in coping with it.
China is, now I speak from the Pakistan point of view.
I actually fear for what is happening in Iran too, because of the sanctions, because the sanctions already have you know, impoverished Iran. On top of it, this virus, so that should be a classic example of a place where at least now sanctions should be lifted, because they are in a terrible state right now.
They will absorb a lot of the losses. But my fear is...
We have worked so sincerely, and it's been a very tough road to even get to where we are right now, because there were so many hiccups on the way. And then to hear comments like this, it is sad for me, very disappointing, because if anything, it should have been appreciation of the way Pakistan has gone about furthering the peace process.
Big camps, and there's a camp of 100,000 people.
There should be a reflection amongst the Afghan government and the US, that how come in 19 years, 18 years, with one of the strongest military forces in the world, they were not able to completely pacify Afghanistan. The worst nightmare of the world had happened. An extremist racial, a party that believes in racial supremacy, had taken over a country of over 1 billion people armed with nuclear weapons. The worst nightmare had happened. And